Welcome to the Books, Beards, Booze podcast, where we talk books, drink booze, and have beards.
All right. As always, I'm Bob of Tales by Bob.
I'm the ass of the podcast, Derek.
I am creative consultant Tanya.
She's tired, consultant Tanya.
Deflated. Defeated.
Defeated.
Demoralized. I work
She all about that D.
I work into retail.
And you're on the podcast with D Money.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, whose name is also just D.
It's French. It's D Monet.
D Monet.
D Monet.
Or demony if I'm a warlock.
Ooh.
Or if you're just being a cranky pants.
Accurate.
There. All right.
And B, Bob, that's just two D's on top of each other.
Yeah.
It's if you're looking at it, it's looking at boobs from the top down.
I was just thinking about two D's stacked on top
I'm
of
sure
each other.
That's exactly what I was thinking about. I was thinking about a couple of D's.
Keep
All right.
going.
All right. This week's episode is brought to you by the Elderon Tales, probably for the last time ever. An exceptional D&D experience that you won't want to miss out on. The Elderon Tales are a collection of stories happening simultaneously inside a vast fantasy landscape filled with undead horrors, elemental phoenixes, and warring nations. Go to ILDERON Tales.com to follow along with their 4 interconnected campaigns or find them on YouTube directly.
Yeah, dog.
So, I don't have a ton of news today. I just have 2, but they're the 2 most relevant pieces of news.
Are they, though?
What are
First
they?
off, I saw a... Wow.
God damn it, Tanya.
Tanya over there.
Snapchat filters make noise.
God
Oops.
damn it, Tanya.
How am I supposed to record if I don't take an obligatory selfie? Ignore me. Keep going.
Oops. I have
I
seen...
tried to scroll so fast it didn't work.
I have seen peak 2019. That is the most 2019 thing you could ever see. Someone got a tattoo of Baby Yoda holding a White Claw.
Wow. Wow. And that's the moment that you want on your body for the rest of your life.
That's peak
I don't know.
2019.
That's peak memory.
Yeah.
I mean, that's...
Ain't no laws when you're drinking claws.
I mean, honestly, I've got half my tattoos are fucking awful. So
you have wood tattooed on you.
Yeah, dude.
So, she loves the D.
that's one of the elements in the...
Wood? Wood's not an element, dude.
If you...
It's
Can I
an
finish?
elemental part of sex.
Yes.
It's a part of the elemental of Chinese element. Is it Chinese or Japanese?
Well, it's definitely a kanji symbol.
Well, either way, they use the same elements. It's like legitimately a part of their... They don't have...
I liked it better
So
when...
you could have been fire, water.
No,
you went wood.
I liked it better when I was 18 and I flipped the flash around and it was like, this is a water charm for purity, and it was ironic and funny. Now it's just sad.
Now it's just
No,
wood.
it was never ironic and funny.
Oh, it was ironic because it was in my slut phase. I was like, I too am very pure.
That's just
it was
sad.
terrible.
That's not...
It's sad now, Derek.
No, it was sad then,
It
too.
hasn't gotten any happier.
Welcome to my life.
All right.
Oh.
So we like to follow Ted Cruz on here. Not for anything political.
How about that
but
beard, though?
For all
How
of
is
us.
his beard? I haven't seen it recently.
No, I got something even better.
better than his beard?
Someone posted, the Baby Yoda
Yes.
memes are rife on the
Amazing.
internet.
Yes.
And someone posted like, "Oh my God, we're probably only minutes away from some asshole clueless politician
Fucking this up.
fucking this up and using this pure meme for something." And someone commented on that. It was like, "Oh, I bet it'll be fucking Ted Cruz." Ted Cruz
Please tell
quoted
me-
that.
Yes!
Yeah.
Quoted it. It was fucking hilarious.
Yep.
What did he quote? Or
He
did
quoted that tweet. It's like, "Oh, I bet it'll be fucking Ted
He quoted
Cruz."
it and put up a picture of Baby Yoda.
Yeah.
He
It
didn't
was-
say anything. He just
No, he
quoted
didn't-
that and put up
okay.
a picture.
I was hoping...
fucking-
You know, it's like holding like a little tea mug.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was just hoping that it was going to be like me, because you know how they have the little tea mugs, like me when I'm watching my brother go to school without me as I'm pretending to be sick. I was
Every
hoping
mother on Christmas morning.
Yeah,
Like,
just all of those. I was
mug.
hoping he would put one up being like watching people jump to conclusions about my internet activity or just like something ridiculous.
watching people look for the Zodiac killer.
Yeah,
God, if he had done
that would have been fucking
If he
amazing.
had done that, oh,
I don't know
Jesus
how,
Christ.
like that's so ridiculous.
God.
I would vote against my best interest and vote for this man.
I don't know.
Just for the
I don't know if he
meanness.
actually runs his Twitter account or if he's just got a really savvy IT person, but whoever's running that account,
Dude, it's kind of like Wendy's.
Golden.
And who was the other one? Oh, this isn't going to mean anything to you guys, but the WWE on Fox, they have a Twitter now that Fox bought the right to SmackDown.
Yeah.
There's an ongoing joke that it's like, did you guys seriously spend like billions of dollars to buy the rights to SmackDown just so that you could put up wrestling memes all the time on Twitter?
Yes.
Because you guys are insanely good at this.
Yeah.
Like
Yes.
they just fuck around all the time on
Nice.
Twitter. It's amazing.
Also, the Las Vegas hockey team, they've got a real snarky
Golden
Twitter
Knights?
feed. Yeah, the Golden Knights. Their Twitter feed is pretty choice, and so is what's the fucking nightmarish mascot?
Your favorite?
Yeah,
Gritty?
Gritty.
Yeah,
his
the
Twitter-
Philadelphia.
Yeah,
guys.
the Philadelphia Flyers mascot. His
Fucking
Twitter
Philly.
feed is fucking
Savage.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic. All right, so let's dive right on into this week's topic.
Splish splash.
So last week we covered
Taking a bath?
No,
All
I'm too
along
depressed to take
Saturday
baths
night?
right now.
No, so last week we covered the
Sushi.
the upcoming sci-fi fantasy adaptations, and they were all the stuff that has tentative
Actual
release
dates.
like actual dates.
I think
or,
there were some of them that
or-
didn't, but were damn close enough.
But they
Yeah.
like they'd started filming, or the pilot was getting filmed.
This is a
or
real
yada,
thing,
yada,
y'all.
yada. Yeah, we covered all the real things.
It's where they've been purchased, I think, where like there is a series being made.
Yes. So this week we're covering the next part of that article. Again,
Much
this
more
article
nebulous.
is by Tor. There'll be a link in the show notes. But this is all the stuff that's like, here are the potential things that could be coming down the pipeline.
Rights have been purchased, not
Yeah.
necessarily any recording or cast, or
Right.
maybe they're
Scripts
working on
are
a
getting
screenplay.
written.
Each one of them
Or-
is a little different. Some
Yeah.
of them do, some of them don't.
A little more nebulous here.
Yeah. So it's a fucking long list. It's like
It is.
it's probably 3 times as long as last week's list.
It's like a who's who of things I've meant to read and haven't
Yeah.
got to yet.
We're not going to go over all of them.
Yeah, so we're not covering all of them, but we were just like, let's go in and mention the ones that we want to mention.
Mm-hmm.
And I will start us off with the first entry on the list. 100 Bullets is getting turned into a film.
Because you
with-
read that?
Yes, I
Oh, you
own.
have read
I
it.
own all of 100 Bullets.
I've never read it. I've
It's
always
amazing.
wanted to.
So here's the premise.
You ever loaned it out to somebody and be like, "Hey, give me back my bullets"?
Give me back.
Give
me back my bullets. Oh,
I
that's a
have
great.
never loved you more.
That. Oh, I know what I'm
It's
listening
so
to.
great.
Right? Oh, so-
Wow.
okay. All
Wow,
right.
we're gonna
Well
bring
played.
we're gonna loop in my favorite Leonard Skinner song.
Yeah.
welcome.
Wow.
I thought that were the. Oh,
Well,
okay,
On the Hunt is the
That's
best
what I was
Leonard
about to
Skinner
say.
song, but Give Me Back My
Bullets
Bullets
is your favorite.
Yeah, it's my favorite.
Okay, fair.
All right, 100 Bullets. Here's the premise. All you need to know is people get approached and they're handed a suitcase and they're told inside this is a gun with 100 untraceable bullets.
Bet.
You can do whatever you want. If you commit a murder with these, when police find the bullets, they instantly drop the investigation. And it's given to people like, oh hey,
Who have been grievously wronged.
this drug dealer killed your brother. Well, here you go. Here's how you can get revenge. And over the course of the series, you start to find out, like, why are people doing this? Why are they giving out these guns? What nefarious purposes could be being perpetrated here?
Oh, nothing, just vigilante justice, which is wholesome and
It's
good.
possibly got Tom Hardy,
Ooh,
which is Did you ever see him in the movie about the guy in prison,
No.
famous guy in prison in Britain?
no.
He spent most of that movie naked.
Ooh, hello.
Yeah. Oh, Bronson is Charles Bronson. The movie's name is Bronson, but he's playing Charles Bronson, the Britain's most famous prisoner. So yeah,
with
100
it.
Bullets. I am really excited for that. It's going to be a movie, which is how I think this needs to be done. A lot of these are getting picked up for shows. I don't think
Yeah.
they need to be shows. Some of them are picking up for shows and think they need to be movies. This one is a movie, and I'm excited for that.
Yep.
They could, if they wanted to make it like I could see where they could maybe make it like a trilogy or something like that, but it does not need to be a show. All right, what you got, Derek?
I've got one, and I'm going to be honest. I have a lot of them written down, but I didn't realize we were going to go scant, so I'll just mention a couple of them.
Oh yeah, I mean most of these there's not a lot to talk about,
Yeah.
really, because like I I made certain notes, like it was like, oh, this has Tom Hardy in it. Cool, that's all I really care about. I don't.
Fair.
I'm not diving into who might be writing the script unless whoever that might be is actually relevant.
If people want that information, they can pull the Tor article and read it
So,
themselves.
One of them that I am interested in practically against myself is Crosswind.
I don't recall this one.
This one is, if I'm remembering correctly, and I don't have it pulled up in front of me, it's based on a Gail Simone comic. I assume a comic. It's written by Gail Simone. I've literally never liked anything that I've read of Gail Simone, but this idea sounds interesting to me.
Yeah.
Which it's basically about a if I'm remembering correctly, a housewife and like basically a hitman Freaky Fridaying.
Oh, wow.
So I was like, okay.
I remember reading, like, I don't like Freaky Friday stuff. That
I don't
stuff
normally,
makes
but
me anxious.
But this one sounds super weird. I'm like, oh my god, if she's like now in a hitman's position, like what the fuck do you do with that?
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
I don't like the person who created this, but you have my attention.
Okay.
Are you done with yours?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm pretty excited for Animal Farm.
Okay.
I didn't put that film of Netflix.
Yeah, I didn't put that on my list, but I'm here for it.
Yeah. They're doing Animal Farm. It will be theoretically a Netflix movie, and then later on down the list there was Brave New World by Huxley. Mm-hmm. Those are two of my edgelord favorite high school.
I'll say this:
books.
If I saw that, like, Netflix is going to be doing this, I pretty much assume that it's going to happen.
Yeah,
like
because there's no reason for them not to do it.
Yeah,
basically.
like if Netflix is like, oh yeah, we bought this, we optioned this,
and it's currently being made.
They're probably not holding it for shits and giggles.
You know, like they're putting out so much content. Like if I just saw, it's like, oh, a production company bought
Lionsgate
this,
bought it. Okay,
and they're gonna shop it around. Okay, well, I'm much less optimistic about that. But like seeing like Netflix or Amazon Video, like those, I was a lot more.
So Animal Farm is supposed to be recorded in like motion capture, which
okay, hold on, enlighten me. I've not read Animal Farm. What is it about?
It's a satire on communism, the rise of communism, where it's a farm that they drive off the humans because they're going to be a collective and run the farm themselves, and it goes good for a while. And then basically Stalin Pig takes over.
And it's like they have the rules, like 4 legs are good, but 2 legs are better. And the pigs learn how to walk on their 2 legs.
4 legs bad, or 2 legs bad, 4 legs better. And then they start doing propaganda because the pig, the Stalin Pig, like moves into the house. Yeah. Which they weren't supposed to do, and starts living like a human. Yeah. And starts walking around on hind legs and starts making deals with humans. And I'm
kind of into this.
It's a good book. I
can't believe you haven't read it. It's super short, dude. Like you can read it like 2
weekend.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's a super short book. Yeah. Like I figured you would have read it for school.
By the that's what I was thinking, but
yeah, no, it's good.
It's good.
I think
It'll
they
make
probably
you really sad.
They kind of I assumed that they were like, "There's no way you haven't read this and had me read other shit."
Yeah, no, it's really good.
No.
I was like, "Do people throw fireballs in this?" No, I haven't read it.
Ooh, okay.
Go ahead.
I'm just because I'm scrolling down the list. All right, 2 books that are being adapted that I have feelings about.
Okay.
I bet you I know what they are.
Armada by Ernest Cline.
That's the second one on my list. I have feelings. You know what my notes say?
Tell me about this.
Fuck Armada by Ernest Cline.
Really?
It's what it says.
It
says fuck Armada.
It's okay.
I don't know. I kind of glanced at it, but it didn't grab my attention.
A flight simulator video game.
It's
the premise of the book.
Starfighter.
Okay.
But he rewrote The Last Starfighter, and no. It's Ernest Cline, Ready Player One.
And they're doing the same people who did the movie. Fuck that. Fuck all of it. I'm out.
Fuck everything about this.
Ew.
Fuck that. And he's going to be a collaborator. Man, fuck that.
Yeah.
But Artemis by Andy Weir, he
wrote
did The Martian. Yep. I enjoyed the book, enjoyed the movie, so I'm kind of looking forward to. They were just back to back on the list, and I was like, ooh.
I didn't know anything about art. And this list was so long, I didn't really. If I didn't recognize it, I was like, this list is too long. I'm just moving on.
Do I know the title? Do I know the author?
Yeah.
No?
I read every single one through D. And then I got to fucking D, and I was like, fuck, and just kept going.
So, next one on my list, The Ballad of Black Tom by Victor
Ooh,
LaValle.
yeah, I'm excited for that.
All
I
right,
think.
so this guy.
I don't even remember seeing that one.
Lovecraft's most racist story is The Horror at Red Hook. This is someone has taken that story and has retold it from the perspective of a black man.
Okay.
And it's a novella. I think the novella was put up by Tor.com.
It was
it's
in 2016.
Highly regarded. I'm super excited for this. And AMC is going to be doing it as a show.
I assume you've read it then?
No, I haven't. No. I haven't. I have to buy it, and I haven't bought it yet. I'm Tor.com.
That's what Bob's getting for Christmas.
Tor.com I feel like they tend to kind of overcharge for their novellas.
I don't care.
So, but yeah.
Yeah, I put that on my. That was on my. Ooh, that's interesting.
Yeah,
list.
and I'm just going to go ahead and bring up a couple others in on the related, because like, we talked about how they're talking about maybe a Lovecraft cinematic universe. Mm-hmm. Well, there's a ton of Lovecraft stuff. That
Lovecraft Country.
Okay, Lovecraft Country
is that
Matt
actually
Ruff.
Lovecraft, or is that
by
somebody referencing
Matt Ruff? The Lovecraft Country.
Lovecraft Country is the one I know I've mentioned on here where they talk about the Green Book that they used to put out. It was like a travel guide for African Americans, so they would know like what places are safe to travel to.
Right.
So it's about my understanding is about like a black family traveling across the country, and then Lovecraft stuff happens. So it was just written, but it's going to be a TV show on HBO. Mm-hmm. And then also, what was the other one? Oh, Lock and Key.
Mm-hmm. I knew you were going to be excited about that.
Joe Hill, which is Stephen King's son, for those who don't know. I've read some of Lock and Key. It's a comic. But Netflix is doing that. So seemingly there's a ton of Lovecraftian goodies coming down the pipe. And I am fucking here for it. I think of those, the one I'm most excited for is Lovecraft Country of the three.
You haven't read that book yet, have you?
I haven't.
Yeah.
And I haven't finished Lock and Key either. I was reading it and it wasn't all out. I read to current and then got out of comics for a couple years and I just haven't picked it back up. While we're talking comics, I'm going to bring this up. I just read. Remember when we went to Dragon Con and I bought the Paper Girls omnibus?
Yes.
I finally got the time to read it, and so I read the first omnibus of Paper Girls. And it had been described to me as kind of like Stranger Things kind of deal. Yeah, I can see that. I could see Paper Girls making a really good show.
Netflix show.
Yeah, something like that. Like it's about 4 paper girls.
Like paper boys who sling your newspapers?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And like it happens like one morning in 1988 and creepy weird shit happens.
Shenanigans.
Dun dun dun. So yeah, all the TV executives that listen to our podcast.
100%.
There's your freebie there.
So since we're talking about creepy things, I will mention.
She's right here.
Well, she's my friend, so I'm going to talk about her.
It doesn't make me not creepy. Those two things are not mutually exclusive.
No, but she's my friend, so I'm going to defend her. No, I'm not.
No.
You know what?
Don't lie to me. I'm right here.
Moving on.
The Boogeyman. I'm into it. But
ooh, yes, kind of saw that, but I don't know.
I didn't know anything about it. I remember like that one I actually read the thing, and that was a Stephen King short story.
It was a Stephen King short story.
Which his short stories are the best things he's ever read.
And here's the thing.
This has been adapted before, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I haven't seen any of that.
Okay.
And I'm just fascinated by the history of the character of the Boogeyman. Like I tried to do some research on it once, just like half-assedly for a character in RR.
Yeah.
And I couldn't, like, there's too much, but also too little.
Yeah, nothing of substance.
Right, so it's super intriguing to me. So anytime you do anything with Boogeyman, I'm there for it.
Have you seen The Babadook?
I have not.
You should watch that movie.
Okay.
Duck.
Is it ridiculous?
No, it's honestly, like, and I know you're not big on horror. This is horror, but it's really more psychological horror. Like,
I'm into it as long as it's something I'm interested in. I'm interested in.
Yeah, this is
so.
Boogeyman-esque.
Okay.
So yeah, you'd like that. Let's just go ahead and knock this out.
Black Company.
That's what I was.
I was like, I was hoping that y'all were going to be doing this alphabetically as the list was.
Let's go.
Okay, the Black Company. I'm actually not hyped for this.
Eliza Dushku?
I'm not. I am hyped for Eliza Dushku.
She's so hot.
Yeah.
All right, so if you had asked me, like, Bob, who would you get to play the lady? Eliza Dushku would never have crossed my mind.
But
I'm here for it.
She
I think
hot.
it's a good cast. if gun to my head, who would I have picked?
Mm-hmm.
The chick from Underworld.
Kate Beckinsale.
I'd have picked her for the lady.
And as it turns out, she's taller than Elijah Dushku. So that's I may have deep dived a little bit when we had that conversation. I was like, which one of them was taller? I feel like the taller one would have been the better one, and then she was taller, and I was like, really?
Kate Beckinsale done up in the makeup style of Underworld, but without the teeth. Mm-hmm. Like, I think that would make a really good lady.
Sharp, pointy teeth.
You need to read that.
I have it. I bought it. I bought it at a thrift store.
So
it's good.
I don't know.
I like it.
Here's the thing. One of the appeals of the Black Company is that these are terrible people, that the bad things they've done are kind of glossed over in the text by an unreliable narrator. And that's not going to hold up as well in a visual medium, I think. And also it's a TV show.
You can do super fun things with that, though.
You can, but what adaptation have you ever watched where you were like, you know what, they can do some super fun stuff with that, and they actually did?
Hey man, I don't know who's involved with this. I don't know how much effort they're putting into it, but like, can you imagine, like, if they do this? I feel like they kind of have to use a narrator. That's the thing. Yeah, I feel like you got to use a narrator to have Croker's like talking and stuff like that, and it would just be amazing to me to have him like doing something and actively talking about something that's disagreeing with what you're seeing on the screen, or seeing behind him when he's not focusing at it.
How much of this? I think this show is going to be too expensive to make. The magic is way too flashy, and there's too many battle scenes. And like, this is not Game of Thrones. Like,
here's the thing. I in general, yes, but when's the last time you read the first book?
A few years ago.
So I read it a couple months ago. There's a surprise, like, there's not a ton of magic. Like, when they use it's pretty wiki wild.
Yeah.
But
that's my thing, is like, you got to think, imagine the cost of a battle scene, the CGI and whatnot of Game of Thrones, like, all the time. And like, God, like, I don't think it would be all the time. Because, like, think about think about just the battle at the stairs. The Stair of Tears.
Right, but that's how many... That would be like... They would have a battle like that once a book.
Maybe
no.
In the later book... In that one, you've got that. You've got Charm with huge set-piece battle. You have all the stuff like the carpeting over the Plane of Fear.
But did they actually go to the Plane of Fear in the first book?
Yeah, briefly. They talk about how weird it is.
But I don't know. I just feel like a lot of the interesting stuff that you do with them, especially in the first book, is a lot of low tier stuff. Like, there's them hunting somebody down. There's them like attacking people in a bar.
Yeah.
There's some things there that you could get. Here's the thing. I think if you did it in the first season, you wouldn't have to do obviously the full first book. You wouldn't have to necessarily, and you'd be able to gauge whether or not it was successful, and then spend more money on it if it was. Yeah. So once you got to the things that could take the budget, who was
it just says for I think it says to production company doing it. It's not like, so that's my thing. Like, I don't know. I mean, it'd be cool, but I think I just don't see. And like, the other thing is, like, a lot of people are just gonna be like, oh, they just ripped off The Watch. Oh, it's a bunch of like criminals have just joined up. Group, like stuff yes, I would love for this to get made well, but I just don't see it happening. Like, and the fact that they're like hyping that the lady is being played by Elijah Dushku, really and truly, like in season 1, you should see the lady for like a few times. Like 3 scenes maybe, kind of deal. So are they going to make her a much bigger part of it? Then you're changing a lot of it.
Well, they did only.
I'm not necessarily against, but
they did only say, think about this though, how much fun would it be if she played all the ladies' parts in Croker's fantasies, and like they did them in different styles and showed those. So then when you find, like, she would be throughout the entire series, but she would be like not actually her until you meet her, the real her, and she's very much not what you've been seeing the entire time. That would be fun too. There's some things they could do. I don't think they will.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. Is like,
but
I don't see where they film this and retain what makes the Black Company the Black Company. Like, what makes the Black Company the Black Company, as opposed to like all the other military sci-fi fantasy that's kind of that genre, is like the unreliable narrator, just that kind of stuff. And like, I don't know. I just don't.
You don't see it translating very well.
I don't see it translating to TV, but who knows? Chronicle of Narnia by Netflix for film and TV.
ZZZ. How many times are we going to do Chronicle? See, that was my thing. Like, there was a bunch of things on here that was like, how many times are we going to do this?
So here's my thing. Why I'm kind of excited for it is it's going to be a combination of TV and film. And they got all the licenses for all the books.
Is it just going to be on Netflix?
It's a Netflix thing, is what it says.
I don't know.
So...
4 seasons in a movie? 6 seasons in a movie?
6 movies. Yeah, 6 seasons movie. So far, everything Narnia related has tended to be kind of somewhat standalone. Like, really just bringing it all together and doing it all. I'd like to see that. I'd be interested in that. There's some cool stories that need to be told there, I think. Drizzle, what you got?
I have lost my place. Children of Blood and Bone. I'm interested in
really, really, really hyped.
Yeah, I have it.
Yeah,
I think
I haven't read it.
I'm interested in it, but as a movie, I don't know.
Yeah, I'd have to read the book. In the Seas, I got Conan for TV by Amazon. Super hype about that.
Yeah,
that's something that I think Amazon is well poised. Like, here's the thing: Amazon's going to be assembling all these resources for the Lord of the Rings stuff. Mm-hmm. You're already filming all this sci-fi fantasy. You've got all these people working on this stuff. I'm not saying
duplicate effort.
Duplicate effort. Like, don't use the same sets and everything. But like, fuck, man, if you got CGI people doing this, like,
smarter, not harder.
Yeah, like so.
Well, that's what Disney did. They just reused all the same dance things and just put bear faces on them. Versus like Robin Hood and Jungle Book have the same dance scenes. They just put different critter skins on.
Hey,
well,
sorry to shut your fucking mouth.
Hey, how about you calm down over there?
Sorry, right? Sassy pants.
Wow.
All I've ate today is some fucking chips.
Wow.
You finna eat this fish you keep talking nonsense about.
I was about to say something. I was like, but I'm talking to you and I'm on a podcast, so no.
Anyways, so
gross.
Derek.
Yeah, but no, I'm super interested in the Conan.
Yeah,
I'm really excited.
And there's also a Red Sonja,
which was what I was going to go to from here.
I'm hoping they put those together, like link them.
That's why I was excited, because isn't it also Amazon?
I didn't actually write it down because I was like, oh, well, I'm going to talk about Conan. I'll just mention that.
I can't remember if it is or not, but here's the thing: I'm excited about it because I've always seen like cosplay of Red Sonja or whatever, but I don't.
She's hot, spelled Hawt.
Yeah,
hot.
And she's also like
badass.
Hot Lady Conan.
Yeah, with totally impractical armor, but I'm still
with
here
it.
for it.
But here's the thing. So this goes back to my philosophy recently on wrestling. I can have good wrestling, or I can have good wrestling and pretty girls. If you give me sword fighting or sword fighting and pretty half naked girl, I'm gonna go with sword fighting and pretty half naked.
Boy,
girl.
do I have the movie for you.
Do you?
Yeah, we'll talk about it off air.
Okay, but that's the way. That's like, I mean, I get the thing that I like.
That
anyways,
sounds like a
and
porno.
I can see a pretty girl. Cool, I'm down. Let's do that one.
Yeah, no. So I'm here for it.
I have one that I'm like, oh my god, guys, super excited.
Oh, are you really?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay, so they're totally gonna do Court of Thorns and Roses, and
I saw that.
So excited. I just can't wait for another brooding guy and some dumb bitch of a girl to get together for no fucking reason. I'm so excited.
Did you see the other one on the list that's going to be your favorite?
There was Throne of Glass. There's Court of Thorns and Roses. There was another one that
Paper Magician.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah. Well, the magic. I actually low-key am kind of hyped about that because the magic system's really fucking great. And the first book is where we get this weird fucking traveling through his chambers of his heart.
And you kind of talked me into like I'm kind of curious.
Yeah,
about
if you just overlook the
it keeps coming
third
up.
of the book, that's romance.
Dude, legitimately, I want to read that because I'm.
It's on KU, man.
But my thing is like Tanya might be exaggerating.
Those court
here.
books are, from what I gather, intensely popular.
Oh yeah, they're super popular.
So I see that. To me, that screams like a WB show.
That's your Twilight. They're making a whole. It's a movie,
dude.
They're doing a movie. It's not a TV show.
There's one of these things I saw on there that I started to write down and then saw that it was going to be on CW and I stopped.
Yeah, there was.
I was so disappointed.
There was a
like,
V.E.
"Aw."
Schwab that they're doing that's going to be on the
that's what it
CW, and I'm
was.
like,
Yeah. I almost put that down, but I haven't read the book yet. Although
Neither have I, but I really
want
want
to read all those books. They're like V for Vicious or whatever.
But since you mentioned you need more brooding in your life, bruh, can we get some interview with the vampire?
Oh
in this
my
bitch?
god!
Let's go.
I just angsty vampires, man.
So I am 50% of the way through The Curse of Chalian. As soon as I finish that, I'm very seriously considering reading Interview with the Vampire
No,
again.
read Paladin of Souls. You fuck. If you like
Is that
Curse
the next
of
one?
Chalian, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I was going to ask you if you'd actually read the whole
It's a
trilogy.
trilogy. No, because the third book, everything I've read, the third book is just really, it's just set in the same world. It's not actually like a trilogy.
Well, then I might. Well, we'll
Paladin-
see.
Paladin's- no.
We need to have a conversation about
Paladin's
this book when I'm
Soul's
done
great.
with it. But no, because I had forgotten about it.
Yeah.
And I want to read it once I'm a more mature reader, and kind of see what's going on.
I think that's
with
going to
it.
make it worse for you.
I imagine it will, but I want to know that.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I'm super interested
Ugh.
because they
I'm
also
not here for it.
because they well, here's the thing: is they also the only thing I have on here is like, oh, but they might have Jared Leto as Lestat, and I'm
No,
like,
that makes perfect sense.
gross.
yeah, but I'm not about that Jared Leto life.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh no. But then I also saw a thing later where they were just the Vampire Chronicles in general are being bandied about and other than this. So
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I want to like that. I realize it can't be what I remember it because I know there's some stuff in there, but
Yeah.
I still like it.
New Dark Tower.
yeah.
Nah, I'm not here for it.
Here,
Dark Tower is my least favorite thing that Stephen King did.
It's his magnum opus.
I know,
He
and I
says
hate
so himself.
I know,
Yeah.
and I don't like it.
and my
Yikes.
quote or my notes say, I can't quit you.
You know what?
Because I want to like that so badly, but I had never even watched the movie because I heard it was bad.
Yeah.
But I'm still going to watch it because it
here's
probably
the
looks
thing.
cool.
Here's the thing. A lot of people, from what I gather, a lot of people didn't like it because it didn't stay super true to the book.
So I can watch that and not spoil anything.
But then, to me, the thing was like, it's just another turn of the wheel. You know?
Yeah,
It's just another
I'm
turn
excited.
of the wheel.
I'm
So-
gonna go. I think I'm gonna watch that movie. Like, I'm
Yeah.
see if I can find it because I kind of forgot it existed. But I'm so into the source material idea of it
Yeah.
that
That's the thing. The source material is such a cool concept, and to me, the execution just never lived up to
well,
it.
maybe when they do, because they're not going to do it the same way in the story as they do in the show or movie or however.
Well, no,
so maybe it'll-
I'm talking about the books.
Yeah, I know that's what I'm saying. Is
Yeah.
you don't like how they did it in the books, right?
Yeah, but
Well,
no,
maybe
but
they'll
I
do it
think
better
if they
or more to your.
for them to get it to where I would like it, they would have to change it to where it's not the Dark Tower anymore.
Have you seen things that they've adapted from Stephen King
Yeah.
before?
Oh,
that
yeah, no.
has happened.
Yeah. So there's a couple comics that I have read that y'all have not.
East and West.
East of
East
West.
of West is
Yeah.
on my
Well,
list. Let's go.
You've read that.
Yeah.
So good.
Here's my thing. It's
Yeah.
gonna be too expensive to film.
It just depends how sure they are of it. If they're willing to put some effort into it, that shit will be
Yeah,
fire.
I just movie. I could see it as a movie. I do not see it as a show because I just think it's going to be too expensive. It'd be like Saga,
Well, here's the thing. I feel like you could do it on like a Netflix or something like that. If you just know you're going to spend a lot of money on it, and it's like a 6 to 8 episode season.
Well, and here's the thing: East of West is a popular comic, but it ain't no fucking Marvel. And it's just at that point, it's such a gamble. The amount of money I feel like you're going to have to put into this,
It's
I just don't.
so
Also,
good.
like I could see where it could be controversial. I could see if it's not handled properly. I could see where some people would be like, "Ooh, no." It's got some delicate issues.
That's
that need
half
to be
the
handled.
fun.
So yeah, no, and I get it. I mean, no,
we're super
I
into it.
Fucking
Yeah,
love
it was
this
so
comic.
good.
I think
Yeah.
this comic's better than Saga. Which
Yeah, I agree.
Like I
Agreed.
expect some angry emails over that one, but I just think it's going to be too complicated to film.
Here's the
20
thing,
years
though.
from now, like the cost of CGI comes down, then yes.
Here we go, Bob.
But I
I'm
just
going
don't
to
see
need
it.
you to start living in the... There's almost nothing out about it. Let's live in the possibility. Possibly, how awesome would this be?
Oh, it'd be amazing.
Good when it could be.
Yeah, I'd
So I'm
like
just
to.
living
I'd
in
like to
that.
see it as like a. Really, I don't want this story. I just want stories in this world.
No, I kind of want this story because I've never finished it. Or
Yeah, well, it's
is it
still
over?
ongoing.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just like I'm not current,
Yeah.
and it was so fucking good.
But other comics, and these I know you haven't read: The Injection, by Warren Ellis for TV. It could be good if in like a Doctor Who, X-Files-y kind of way, but it'd be much more interconnected. They wouldn't be like standalone episodes. Like this is very much it. Like you would have, I could see where you could have Monster of the Week kind of stuff, but it'd be Monster of the Week that's tied to the overarching plot. Lazarus by Amazon. I'm here for that. That would be very easy to...
Have you read that? You have?
I've read the first...
I remember when it was coming out.
Yeah, I've read some of it. I haven't finished it. But both of those would be easy. Like, Injection is set more or less in our day. Lazarus is set slightly in the future. But they would both be easy to film. Lazarus is about 16 noble houses rule the U.S., basically. And y'all know me. I'm here for that.
Noble houses, I'm all there for it.
Lumberjanes. I've read the first trade. It was fantastic. I definitely on my list of I want to read more of it. I haven't spent money on comics in a while. But Lumberjanes was great.
Don't we have a friend that really liked Lumberjanes?
Yes, I can't remember who though.
Was it Dan?
Maybe. But yeah, Lumberjanes is great. Like girls summer camp, save the world kind of deal.
I'm with it.
So those are the comics on here that I'm like, ooh.
If we're talking about comics, I'm going to jump to Prodigy. Never even heard of it.
Yeah.
But I think it's based on a comic. And from the picture it showed and the description of what it sounds, I was like, I'm here for that. That sounds fun.
Yeah. I noticed that there's a lot more comics on here than on in the the stuff that's actually getting made.
Yeah.
And I think because comics is just such a cool...
It's a cool concept, but...
League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
Yeah,
well, then
you
run into issues with how do you translate this cool shit that was inked onto paper into
your only limit
movie.
in a comic is your imagination. And in TV and video, I mean,
you can do a lot.
You can do a lot, but it's a lot more expensive to CGI. So in Paper Girls, a Godzilla-sized tardigrade
pops up
in a scene.
I love it.
It didn't cost them any more for that guy to art up a Godzilla-sized tardigrade than the kids.
Yeah.
But you go to film that, what you paid that child actor versus what it takes to CGI a Godzilla-sized tardigrade, there's a bit of a difference.
A little bit.
You know what's not on this list, but fucking needs to be? Black Monday Murders. Fuck.
Oh, no, that sucks, man. What are you talking about?
Ever happening?
No, it's trash. Oh, it's tragically bad. Ignore him.
I hate y'all.
In my defense, I'm just being an asshole. I haven't read it.
Tanya, what you got?
They're doing okay. My standards are going to be really low because it's a TV show and it's on TNT.
Hey, if you're just
Dynamite.
into it, you're into it. Dynamite.
Hey. Fifth season by N.K. Jemisin. They're turning into a TV show, but it's on TNT. I don't know. I'd be kind of interested because the books are really good, but
what are you talking about? TNT
I'm soft on it.
I'm not I've read it and I'm not here for it. I just for again. TNT ain't going to spend the money it's going to take to do that right. We're going to end up with Legend of the Seeker.
Oh, God.
But worse.
Why would...
I want to throw out one that I'm very excited that was on this list, and then the last sentence of it just brought me all the joy. The joy.
Okay. Oh, okay.
There was an untitled Game of Thrones prequel that was optioned by HBO, but as of October 2019, the project's been scrapped. Yeah. Fuck George Martin. You're giving me my book.
Yeah, because Hey,
I'm gonna need you to stop being spiteful.
No.
Rumor has it that we're actually about to get a release date for it.
I will believe it when the book is physically on a shelf.
There was something that the thinking is he's going to announce it at Worldcon this year.
I've been breadcrumbed by guys enough to know that this bitch is just leading me on. Fuck you, George.
Fair. But the thing is, they're supposed to be doing two prequel projects, and I know they canceled.
Yeah, they canceled one.
Whatever.
But they're keeping the other one.
Fuck it. I'm not. I have zero interest.
The one was supposed to go. Did they cancel the one that's way back? It was supposed to go way back.
They're keeping the one about the Targaryens.
Yeah, they're keeping the one about the Targaryens.
Blood and Fire or whatever.
Sure.
One.
Yeah. So this is the only one that on this list that I knew nothing about that I'm super hyped for. North American Lake Monsters by Nathan Ballingrad.
Yeah, that seemed like that would be something
It's
you were
an
really interested.
anthology monster series for Hulu. I am fucking here for it.
It's like horror-esque, right?
It's like each one focuses on a different monster. Like
Yeah.
each one is a self-contained episode focusing on a different monster. I'm fucking here for it. I need to find this book.
Bob's like, did not know this existed.
Well, they're doing a name that I recognized was Hyperion. Dan Simmons. Haven't read it. Own it. Haven't read it.
That one, I just don't.
But it's for sci-fi. That was
It's
my
sci-fi.
issue.
I just don't know how that's going to... Like, I've read it. If done well, it could be really cool. I just struggled. The story is... It's such a weirdly written story that I wonder how it'll translate to...
My emotions just went up and down when we got to that. I was like, Hyperion, up. That's awesome. Sci-fi, down. Oh, Bradley Cooper, up. Not looking good. Oh.
Yeah. Woo! Yeah, no,
Yeah, it was a roller coaster. Kushiel's Dart.
I saw that.
I saw that, but where do I know that from?
Their books.
Yeah.
He read them.
Oh,
Or he listened to them.
I've read Kushiel's Dart.
Okay.
I did,
Yeah.
yeah, the audio.
Because I recognized the name, but I couldn't.
It's,
Have you told me anything about it?
It's BDSM fantasy. Basically.
Derek's face just did all of the things, and making
He's
a
making
note.
notes.
Making a note.
It's
I may own a couple of those if you
Really?
wanted to
I
borrow.
I got the audiobook.
Yeah.
It was a good audiobook. It's just really long. It's like 40-hour audiobook.
Yeah.
These books are thick.
Hey.
But no, it's about a girl who gets sold into one of the courts at night, and the courts at night are basically houses of courtiers.
Mm-hmm.
And it's very political intriguey.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Oh,
going to
see,
be like
I'm all
50
for
Shades
that.
of Grey,
But with
but
political
done,
intrigue?
but done appropriately.
That
like
sounds
not-
awesome.
Yeah, no, it's good stuff. It's
Oh, okay.
I just don't know how. I think they're talking about making it a film, and
Yeah, it was like film ?
by
Mark.
Lionsgate.
But they have all 9 books. They have the rights to all 9 of the books.
Yeah, it's kind of I don't. It'll be interesting. I could see it, you have to do like a period piece kind of deal because like really this comes across as like a weird mix of like
Is it fantasy,
Renaissance like
or
yeah
is
it's
it-
fantasy. It comes across like a weird like it's very like French but like Three Musketeers-esque kind of French, but at the same time there's no like guns or anything. It's all just swords and blah
Okay.
blah blah.
Huh.
It's a really interesting book. So I'll be
Very
interested to
intrigued by
see.
this.
Yeah.
Can we gloss over very quickly and not even discuss at all the Kingkiller Chronicles
Oh, I think we were
film,
talking about
TV,
that.
video game that'll never happen?
I said,
And
let's
Liza
go.
Locke
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
stop. We are talking about that in more depth.
Yeah, I feel like I already said everything needed to be said.
I
Yeah.
will continue with my Kingkiller Chronicles thing. Let's go, but then, Sam Raimi.
Didn't even make my list.
But then he also left.
I mean,
So, thank
I'm
God.
going to treat Rothus the same at this point the same way I'm
Same way
treating
as-
Martin.
that's fair.
If you don't give me that
So I guess we
next
could-
book, I just
We
have
can-
lost interest.
We can take a moment. Like we got 3 seconds to spend on Liza Locke Lamora.
Bitch.
All
Okay.
right, cool. There we go.
Yeah, we're done.
My notes say, "Oh God, please." But please, what? Please, no.
oh.
Don't do it. It's
What is this supposed to be a movie or no? It's TV. It says I could if it was a movie, I'd be all in. A fantasy heist movie.
even then.
I'd be all in. But
even,
a TV show, no.
Even then, I'm almost not okay with it. There are too many very precise moving parts that if they change anything, the story isn't gonna.
Well,
land the way it
I think it'd be
should.
pretty easy because you could film it in Venice.
No,
add
but
some CGI of the
But I
Elder
know,
Glass.
but people like to change things.
Yeah.
When I do adaptations, and I'm concerned that some of the things that are most relevant.
Well, first off, you know they're going to put Sabbatha in. You know that's going to happen. They will
please, God, no.
They will put Sabbatha in.
No.
She'll be there the whole time.
No. Why can't they just make the if they're gonna do something, they can make old
One of the brothers.
no the what's her name the spoilers I can't say around Tanya. There's
You
a
want me to
female
earmuffs?
character. There's
Earmuffs.
no, you're fine. You're fine. There's a female character that they could increase her role in the show if they want to have
No,
representation.
they're gonna bring in Sabbatha.
Oh God.
Sabbatha will probably be working for someone else.
The Gray Man. They mention him in there, or the
Something.
Gray King. It's like,
Yeah.
oh my God, fuck that shit.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the
so
worst. No, I like if I thought that they were going to do it right, I would be insanely excited. But they tear like that's one of those that even my optimism's like, no, I feel like you're going
Yeah.
to change something, and this everything fits too tightly together for you to be able to just wiggle something in and put something else in for it to work. In my opinion.
Sounds like we're talking about Kushiel's Dart again.
Sorry.
I'm there. I'm with that. Neuromancer getting a film.
I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm good for that.
Yeah.
I'm hyped for that. More cyberpunk, the better.
I mean, I'm not sure I'll like it, but the book was okay. I enjoyed it, but
yeah, I think cyberpunk is something that visually holds up well.
Oh yeah.
So and it won't be that hard to make. I mean, they make cyberpunk movies now all the time.
Yeah.
And some of them on surprisingly low budgets. So
and I feel like that's
that much CGI required.
That's the kind of thing where, like, even if I didn't, because some of the things that I didn't like about the book will be masked by pretty cool things on the screen. So
I'm kind of interested in this gender bent picture of Dorian Gray we've theoretically got coming from Lionsgate.
Yeah. I thought that was actually getting made. I thought I'd seen a trailer for that.
Now,
but I could just be
there's a
Mandela
show
affecting.
somewhere right now where it's like, no, I'm gonna bugger this all the fuck up, but it's like Jack the Ripper-esque, but it's a lady, but they're not murdery. It's very lesbian-y.
I know what you're talking about.
It's on the tangents of my
I know
social
what you're
circle.
talking about, and
But so maybe that's what you're thinking of. But
I don't know.
I'm kind of interested in particular, maybe that.
Yeah. Uprooted by Naomi Novik.
Yeah.
Getting filmed. That was a good book. I think it would make for a good movie.
Ellen's doing that.
Yeah, it's Naomi Novik and Ellen DeGeneres are coming together.
I mean, Ellen's got a lot of fucking money, so
yeah.
shit.
So I'm excited for that.
Yeah.
I think it would make a good movie as well. It'd be very, very fairy tale-esque fantasy.
I'm with it.
I see it as like a Snow White. Like, what was the Snow White movie that came out that was like
The Huntsman?
The Huntsman. I could see it as like the Huntsman kind of style fantasy movie. Warded Man, Peter Brett.
thought you'd be interested.
I remember you reading that.
As a
liked it.
as
It
a
was all right.
film, I just the main conceit of it involves a bunch of CGI demons. So if the right studio backs it, I think it'd be really good. If it's a sci-fi original movie, it's going to be awful.
While we're talking about things that this is terrifying, if they try and do the Way of Kings, I'm scared.
Yeah, no, I don't think they will because it's not finished. I suspect that.
But at least him you could trust to have finished by the time you get
true. But I bet you right now a lot of studios are gun shy of projects that weren't
which is
finished.
fair.
Old Man's War.
That
Netflix
was something-
movie. I think that'll be really good.
I've
It's
never-
Starship Troopers.
Yeah,
Like it'll be the same as filming a Starship Troopers kind
which
of
I'm
deal.
there for.
Yeah, no.
Hey, aren't they doing a new Starship Troopers thing?
I'd heard that they were, but
I don't know. It's not on here.
They are doing
so.
they're doing the Forever War by Haldeman.
Yeah, I
which
saw
I'm
that.
also here for. But I think that's everything I had on my list. Oh, they're making a Warriors 1 hour TV drama. They're
I saw that,
of
but
Warriors. I'm not here for it because you cannot tell that story appropriately in 1 hour.
what about Wild Cards?
Maybe I haven't read any. The
Neither have I,
idea
but I like the
intrigues
idea
me.
of it. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's kind of where I was at on that too.
There's a couple Vonnegut things coming out.
Slaughterhouse
so,
Five.
Slaughterhouse 5, Sirens of Titan. I
never-
enjoy Vonnegut.
I've never read any Vonnegut. It's a
Ooh,
big,
do you want to
it's
be
a-
depressed? Read some Vonnegut.
It's a big gap
Hey,
in my
that's
reading
good.
history.
I don't think Slaughterhouse
Ooh, to
5
be or
was...
ought to be, or to be whatever. It's to be or ought to be. It's a phone number to kill yourself. That's a good short story for Vonnegut.
I like
So that's
Slaughterhouse
coming
5
out.
pretty
Yeah.
good.
They're doing
I
some of
don't
those.
understand how you what do you do with Slaughterhouse 5?
I don't know. Try to turn it into a
I've
TV
always
show,
said
I
it's
guess.
yeah, see,
Like,
that's what I
what
was-
does this guy have? Just a fucking
I feel like
PTSD
that-
symptoms?
Yeah,
I don't know.
That was what I was thinking.
I
was
want to
like,
see it.
That was exactly my opinion. I was just like, I don't
I don't know what you do, but
on my
I
notes
want
say
to watch it.
purely on curiosity.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you gonna do with
Ooh.
Slaughterhouse 5?
So that's
But
everything I had.
Bob won't like that because it's like time travel-y, brouhaha.
I'm
But
coming around.
Maybe.
I'm coming around.
Is it Tanya? Is it?
is it?
We don't know.
I don't know.
Dude, Dragon Riders of Pern.
Again,
saw
that
that.
was one I'm curious to see how it turns out.
Elric.
I'm cautiously optimistic.
Elric Saga.
Man, I'm not. He's a whiny emo kid. Of a,
At the beginning, right? Doesn't he become like not that? That's the way they describe
He
it.
stays pretty angsty forever. I don't know. That's another one I was cautiously optimistic. It just depends on how they
How they go about it.
I just want to say, oop, that's my dinner alarm. Sorry. It's 5 o'clock. I need to eat dinner.
I'll throw
So
something
just
at you.
this like about section of this book, I just love it and hate it so badly.
What you got?
This is how you lose the time war. What it's about. Two time-traveling agents from warring futures working their way through the past begin to exchange letters and fall in love.
It's gotten really rave reviews. It's a
Every-
highly regarded book.
Gross.
Single time I see
Gross.
that, I get angry.
Gross. Oh, and also Time Traveler's Wife. Also, no thanks. We had a movie. I have no need for a TV show.
Because
Why would I do
every
that?
time I see this is how you lose, I'm like, this is how you lose her? Why is that on
No,
this
this is how
list?
you lose the time war.
And also the fucking, even the like cover of that
Book art similar
looks
to-
very
yeah.
similar, and I'm
Yeah.
like, fuck, every time.
I thought the same thing when I
Yeah.
scrolled past. I was like, wait. No, just kidding.
That's yeah.
Y'all got much else?
I got all kinds of shit.
No.
Let's see.
I'm just bullshit. Let's see. There wasn't there Mort by Terry Pratchett. Is that a book that you had read?
Yeah.
the Xanth stuff's on there.
Xanth is not good enough. No, they're not going to make Xanth. I can tell you that's not going to happen. The Terry Pratchett stuff, that's whatever. You know.
Okay. Wow, super soft on that. Cool.
Yeah,
Great.
yeah,
All right.
I am. I just am.
Whatever.
So
a whole lot of Roald Dahl
Yeah.
getting redone.
So can we very briefly touch on this? I did not, and I know this is. Once I realized it, I was like, Derek, you are a fucking moron.
Yes.
Fuck
But
you.
why?
Why this time, Derek?
Yeah.
Did not realize that he wrote Charlie and the Chocolate
Ooh,
Factory.
you real dumb.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Legitimately, the
Yeah.
only thing I know him from,
James Giant Peach.
that and
Matilda.
didn't he also do BFG?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And which we just had a BFG movie.
Right,
Why
and
are we
they're-
now getting another BFG
Thank
show?
you,
Like
right.
that's what bothered me is like there's so many stories available. Why do we just keep redoing the same fucking ones? Pick something else. There's a lot of
so
good
many good
content
things out there.
You don't have to redo the same fucking stories.
Yeah, but like also they have they mentioned Green Lantern twice on there. One for just a movie, one for like a TV show about the core, not just the character.
Yeah.
More interested in the show because they have Jeff Johns signed on, who did the most famous run on Green Lantern, which I would be excited about if they figured out a way to make that work.
Yeah.
Because then that's Darkest Day or Darkest Night or whatever.
Yeah.
So
with the black core.
yeah, and where they kind of
Yeah.
bring together the whole spectrum. That would be super cool. I would be
Yeah.
really into that.
Really into your face.
Other than, no, that's ridiculous. No one's. But no, there's 3 different Sanderson things on there. The one
Yeah.
I'm most interested in is the one I know nothing about, Legion.
Yeah.
I think those books were free for a little bit.
One of them was.
I'm okay with that. Like I just
So
the
isn't that
idea
his like
of-
his sci-fi shit?
No, you're thinking about Steelheart.
Oh yeah, okay.
Which I'm also-
that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, it's superhero.
and that one, I've read the
yeah.
first book. That was okay, but it was fairly formulaic. I'm
Okay.
still kind of interested in that. But no, Legion is just basically like super. This guy with an amazing learning ability, but like to learn stuff, he has to fracture his mind, and he's got like personalities that are like ghosts that follow him around. And if he needs to know a thing that he's learned through his super learning stuff, he has to talk to like his figments of his imagination to know things.
Why can't we get an animated Hellboy series arted by Mike Mignola?
Didn't they've done some like
Have they?
animated movie?
Okay.
I think I'm pretty sure.
Okay. I just want a TV show, Monster of the Week style. Anything else before we hit the Ranco?
Let's
No.
make sure there's nothing else on here that I was super excited about. I think I mentioned the things that I was most
Most
excited
hyped
about.
about. There's just so
Astro
much.
City. I'm really excited about Astro City. We kind of skipped right over that.
Yeah.
It's right after 100 Bullets and the
Yeah.
thing.
I
Because
didn't
that's
know
just...
it.
It's one of those things that I've heard. It is a thing of legend from comic book when I was getting into comic books.
Yeah.
It was a thing I heard about a lot. That was like, oh, this was super good. And then when I dropped out,
It's
I
kind
think...
of like Bone. Bone was on there.
Right.
Like, that's one
but,
of those, like...
but I do know Bone is kind of geared toward children. Astro City, did you read what the thing said about it?
No.
Basically, it's a medium-sized U.S. city that is famous world over for having the highest concentration of superheroes and villains in the world. And it's a comic book place, and it's just like people living life trying to be superheroes, doing normal people things. It's like superheroes living in a very human way,
Okay.
and it's a highly concentrated amount of people, so things
Yeah.
go sideways.
Okay, yeah.
So I'm into that. Black Adam I'm interested in, mostly because The Rock is Black Adam, so I'm there for that.
I'm in for anything that The Rock's in.
I'm into
Hopefully you.
God,
and the last thing,
forever on my fuck it list.
Cowboy Ninja Viking.
Right, okay.
Because
the title is awesome.
I almost bought that.
Yeah,
the
I've seen it on the
I've almost bought it
shelves all the time, and it's just like this could be be fun. This could be real fun. Yeah. So like I'm interested to see if they do something with that. But that's the last one I have on there.
Okay.
Other than Beacon 23. Did you see anything about Beacon 23?
No.
Like
again, if I didn't recognize it, I skipped it.
The concept of like lighthouses, but in space.
Okay. And then
so
like
got these
people
beacons in space,
and they really depend on them to be able to help like
get back home.
Trace space truckers essentially get to where they're going.
Yeah.
And they're insanely dependable. And then for whatever reason, they all just go out.
Huh.
And it's about some dude trying to figure out what's going on and fix it.
Yeah,
so I was like,
that cool.
Sounds like an interesting drama.
Yeah.
And it's sci-fi, and there maybe could be something wiki wild that happens in it because it's sci-fi. So I don't know. So I was like, cool, let's do that.
I'm here for that. So, Tanya, you look tired.
Always.
Do you need a little pick-me-up?
I mean,
New
you pick me up something from
She
Chick-fil-A
needs a lot of
New from Rianco. Methy.
Ooh,
this
I'm in
blend
it.
Of
Say no more.
This blend of prime third world organic coffee beans and prime first world synthetic methamphetamines is sure to give you just the jolt you need to get through a long night of traversing the net.
Yes.
Get ready to taste colors and see sound.
I'm so with it because that's what I need.
Well, I mean, you are white, so
yes.
Yeah.
They got a pumpkin spice. Don't worry.
Pumpkin spice is over. Now we're into peppermint mocha season.
Oh, they got a peppermint. They got a peppermint mocha.
Did you just love me?
Yeah, I'm never over a pumpkin spice.
Peppermint white chocolate.
Don't care. Fight me.
Fair.
I don't have enough energy to do that.
Well, get a Methy.
Then I win.
Get
all
a
right.
Nice steaming cup of Methy.
Let me get this giant Methy, and then you and I are going to tussle.
Doesn't matter. I'm taller.
Are you though?
Yes.
If you ask most people, I'm like,
shut up. I will hit you.
Shut up.
Shut up. So, if you haven't yet, read the short reads: "Swimming Apart" by R.Z. Held and "The Forge" by Andrew And
sorry, what was that name again?
You heard me the first time.
Try that. Rewind that tape.
Yeah. And
wow.
So in the coming week, I hope check out this article. There's probably a lot of stuff on there that you'd be like, oh my god, I can't believe you didn't talk about this one. This is great, and here's why. Please let us know.
Yeah,
what
there's
we
bound
should
to be
checking
stuff
out.
that you guys know that have read that we just don't have any experience
right.
with.
So let us know where we fucked up. Well.
Always.
Or just stuff we don't know about.
That list is endless.
How dare you, sir?
Let us know what we missed. And in the coming week, as the Amazon Smart Plug that sits on your desk unused,
it was only $5.
I hope that you find a use for it, and may the blessing of the beard be upon you.
Okay, bye. Thanks for listening to this episode of Books, Beards, Booze. Our co-hosts are Bob, Derek, and Tanya. Our producer is Bob. For more information, visit our website, booksbeardsbooze.com. Follow our social media at Tales by Bob. If you enjoyed this podcast, please rate, subscribe, and share. Okay, bye.